evening. We thank you for taking time from your busy schedule to listen to what these programs have to offer for your children. At this time, we're going to introduce each program, and then after that, we'll watch a video, and then after that, I'll go over the presentation, and then after that, we'll have each program relate to you a little something about their program. And then we'll have the microphones that you see here. In case you have any questions, if you can come up to the microphone, and the programs will address the question based on which program it pertains to. I am Mario Rosales. I'm the Director of Advanced Academics. I oversee the magnet programs. I oversee the AP and pre-AP programs. I oversee the GT program, and I also oversee the Early Start Pathway program. We do have some people from our department that checked you in. Ms. Amparo Lanese is our dual enrollment coordinator. She's back there doing the translating. Si necesitan el aparato para español, por favor, vayan a la mesa y les dan el aparato para que puedan oír la presentación en español. And we also have the two ladies that help in our office, Ms. Amelia Moore and Ms. Dora Lopez. And any questions you may have, you can always reach us through email or through the phones that were provided, and we'll be able to assist you in whatever way we can. I also like to use email a lot. If you email me, if you're having issues with the magnet registration portal, I also address those emails as well. As of now, everything seems to be going well. The only problem is that when you create an account, some of your children are misspelling or typing the email incorrectly, and that's what's happening with their account. It's being locked up because they cannot create another account. It has to be only one account that is allowed to be created. So we'll explain that in more detail. So at this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Elvira Gaona. She's the Magnet Dean at Alexander High School. And we're going to have some of the students introduce themselves and let you know what grade level they're in. So that way you can get an idea of how much experience they've been, they're here to share with you. Okay? So we'll start off with the students. I believe you have to turn the mic on. Oh, there you go.
Good afternoon. My name is Maria, and I'm a senior.
Good afternoon, guys. My name is Alexa, and I'm a senior.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Andrea, and I'm also a senior.
Hello, my name is Daniel Ayala, and I am a senior.
You'll notice that some of them will be on the video, so they're already stars. Ms. Cavazos, she's our magnet counselor for Alexander.
Good evening, parents and students. I'm Mrs. Marta Cavazos. I'm the magnet counselor for the health sciences. Thank you.
Thank you. Then we have Ms. Alarcon, Maria Alarcon with the United High School Magnet Program. Her counselor, Ms. Joanna Pena. I was about to call you. So go ahead and have your students introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Viviana Martinez, and I'm a senior.
Hello, my name is Abigail Galindo, and I'm a sophomore.
Hi, my name is Michael Rodriguez, and I'm a senior.
Good afternoon. My name is Alan Castro Ramirez, and I am a senior.
Thank you. Also, this presentation is being recorded in case you know someone that could not make it tonight. We will be posting it on our website, so that way they can view the presentation. And then we also have United South High School Magnet Program. We have the Magnet Counselor, Mr. Aguiano, who's not able, he's here because Mr. Coroma is not able to make it tonight. So we'll have them say a few words.
Hello, I am Mario Lanusa, and I'm part of the Tech Pathway from United South.
Hello, my name is Samantha Gutierrez. I am a senior at United South with the Advanced Technology Program.
Hi, my name is Mercedes Castillo, and I'm a senior in the business program at United South.
Hi, my name is Sofia Rodriguez. I am currently a junior at United South in the Global Business Program.
Hello, my name is Ian Olmedo. I am in the business pathway at the Academy.
Hi, my name is Julio Anguiano, and I'm the magnet counselor at the Academy. Thank you.
So again, the information you're about to hear is for you, the parents, and as well as some of the students that were not able to make the presentations at school. Just want to emphasize that this is part one of a three-part series of presentations for parents to inform them of the types of programs that we offer here at United ISD. The only topic that we're not going to cover is early college because they have their own meeting as well. So today we have the magnet programs presenting, and then later on in February, we'll have the AP, pre-AP program, give you information on that. A lot of your children might be taking some of those courses. And then we'll have the dual enrollment program called the Early Start Pathway Program in case your child wants to take college courses on top of the magnet courses that we have in place. So just a little bit of information from the series that we'll be sharing with you so that you can become familiar with the types of programs that we offer in our district, United Independent District, your district. And we're just happy to share the information so that you can, so that your child can take advantage of the programs they'll be encountering once they get to high school. Of course, we don't want them to get overwhelmed, so that's why we're giving them the information as we speak. So we'll start off with a video so you can see the stars in action, and then I'll give you some more information related to the program. So Lee, can you please play the video?
Hi, I'm Jacob, and this is Yanel.
Hi.
And we've got some of our other friends who you'll get to meet in just a minute, as they'll be taking you on a UISD magnet tour.
That's right. It may not be the kind of field trip you're used to, but we promise it will be fun and informative. You'll be visiting United ISD's 3 specialized magnet schools while you enjoy our virtual tour.
And if you qualify for our magnet program, you'll have the opportunity to select a school based on your interest meeting all requirements.
Maybe you're interested in health science, or business and technology, or what about engineering? All 3 of these magnet programs offer a rigorous and challenging high school experience that will definitely prepare you for college and your future career.
So, before we get started on our tour, we want to introduce you to some friends. These 6 magnet students will be on your tour guides as we visit United Independent School District's 3 magnet schools.
Meet Andrea and Alexa from JB Alexander Magnet for Health Science, Victor and Austin from United High School's Engineering and Technology Magnet School, and Mario and Dana from United South High School's Academy of Global Business and Advanced Technology.
So while they board the United Express and hit the road, we want to tell you a little bit more about what it's like to attend a magnet school.
All of the courses you'll take, such as math, science, social studies, and English, will be part of the Advanced Placement or Dual Credit program. These pre-AP, AP, and dual credit courses will be more difficult, and they'll be taught at a higher and more rigorous academic level.
But don't worry, because your teachers will be some of the most experienced and dedicated teachers in the district. They're committed to preparing you with the skills and knowledge you'll need to be successful in college.
But a magnet education is more than just academics. Students graduate as well-rounded individuals who develop a strong commitment to our community. All magnet students are required to participate in community service projects by interacting with local community agencies. Students are required to earn 250 volunteer hours throughout their 4 years of high school.
Now, let's get back to our tour and explore what each magnet school has to offer so you can decide which program is best for you. Our first stop is United South High School.
Hi, I'm Mario, and this is Dana.
Hi.
And we're both students here at the Academy of Global Business and Advanced Technology, which is located at the United South High School campus. If you decide to come to our magnet school, you'll have the choice of 2 career pathways, either business management or cybersecurity.
If you decide to follow the business management pathway, your studies will focus on business courses. You'll learn how to operate your own business and market products. Additionally, you'll learn how to read and understand financial statements and analyze the stock market. Your courses will include accounting, securities and investments, business law, human resources, global business, business management, and distribution and logistics, LC courses, which lead to a one-year certification with LC.
However, if you like computers, then the cybersecurity pathway might be the right choice for you. It's designed to provide job-specific training for entry-level employments in the rapidly expanding computer-related fields. This pathway offers courses in Principles of IT, Networking, Fundamentals of Computer Science, Advanced Computer Science, and other Information Technology LC courses, leading to a one-year certification from LC. Students may also receive certification in Test-Out Internet Working and Microsoft Office Specialist. The program also offers data networking technologies and practices, which explores the operational and technical aspects of computer networking.
If you want to start your own business, work for a large corporation, or work in the cybersecurity field,
then the Academy of Global Business and Advanced Technology could be the magnet school for you.
As you can see, magnet students are provided with the best technology available, and they are expected to utilize it. From your freshman year to your senior year, magnet students are trained to have dynamic and effective presentation and communication skills, and you'll need these skills to be successful in any profession you choose.
Guest speakers are often invited into magnet classrooms to inform students about connections between their studies in school and how it all relates to the real world and their future chosen careers.
In addition to on-campus studies, magnet students are provided with off-campus experiences and field trips that help make the overall learning experience complete. Speaking of field trips, I think the bus has just arrived at our second magnet school.
Hi, I'm Andrea. And I'm Alexa. And we want to welcome you to JB Alexander's Magnet for Health Science, which is located at Alexander High School.
If you love science and you think you might want to pursue a career in the medical field, then you've come to the right place.
At the JB Alexander Magnet for Health Science, you'll receive a challenging, well-balanced preparatory program that focuses on education experiences in the health science professions. You'll be exposed to the fields of dentistry and general medicine.
As a student, you have the opportunity to participate in dissections, clinical rotations, and earn certification in CPR, first aid, dental assisting, and medical office assistant.
Some of the courses you'll take include Principles of Health Science, Anatomy and Physiology, Health Science Clinical Rotations, and Dentistry.
So if you've been thinking about a future career as a doctor, dentist, nurse, physical therapist, or any one of the other health-related professions, the Magnet for Health Science will give you some hands-on experience and help you prepare to meet your career goal.
I think Jacob has some very impressive statistics that he wants to share with you about UIC Magnet School graduates.
Now, I don't want to brag, but nearly 100% of all UISD magnet students continue on to college and university. Many of these students have been accepted to TAMU, University of Texas, Texas A&M, Notre Dame, Georgetown, Harvard, and numerous other highly respected schools throughout the country.
And speaking of schools, there's one more magnet school we need to visit.
That's right. Before you decide which program is best for you, there's one final stop on our tour.
Hi, I'm Victor, and this is Austin.
Hi.
And we're here to take you on a tour of our favorite school.
Of course it's our favorite, because we're students here at United Engineering and Technology Magnet, located at United High School.
Our school is designed to challenge and engage your national curiosity and imagination. The focus of the program is to expose you to the engineering process, with the goal of helping you develop solutions to everyday engineering design problems.
By developing innovative and problem-solving abilities, engineering magnet students can start using their analytical skills to invent, design, and build things that matter in today's world.
Science and mathematics are emphasized throughout the four-year program. Your courses will include Principles of Applied Engineering, Engineering Design and Presentation 1, Robotics 1, Scientific Research and Design, AP Computer Science A, and Engineering Design and Problem Solving.
And if you're interested in robotics, you have the opportunity to help design and build a robot. The engineering magnet students have competed at state and national level in numerous competitions. They've earned top honors for designs. Robotics is an important part of the curriculum and extracurricular activities at the Magnet School.
So if you're interested in the exciting and dynamic field of engineering, this magnet will definitely help give you the foundation you need to meet your goals.
That's right. The United Engineering and Technology Magnet School could be the place for you.
Well, now that you've toured all 3 of United ISD's magnet schools, you're probably wondering what else is unique about a magnet education. It's not only the courses offered, but the connection you have with the people involved in the programs.
Each magnet school is like a family. The students, teachers, and staffs are all working together for the sole purpose of your success.
So whether you choose health science, business and technology, or engineering, all magnet schools have one thing in common. They require your commitment, dedication, and hard work.
As a magnet graduate, not only will you be better prepared for college and career experiences, but it will open many doors of opportunity for you to achieve your goals.
Well, that's the end of our tour.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you for watching.
So again, I will start off with giving you more information based on the PowerPoint. All this information is on our website, and I'll show you where that is as well. And this presentation is also being recorded in case you know someone that could not make it. Also, you're going to notice that I'm not going to be speaking really fast like some of the students that were in the video, because they have so many minutes to do the video, so that's why they were, speeding. So in my case, I have to slow down because Miss Lanese back there is translating for some of the parents that are in the audience. So I'm going to try to slow down as much as I can. The same thing applies with everybody here when you get your chance to speak. Yes? Okay. So, welcome again to the part 1 of the 3-part series of information related to all the programs that United ISD offers your children. So we'll start off with the application process. We started this process online about 2 years ago because of COVID. So the application is due by January 25th, midnight. It's really interesting now that it's midnight because before, since it was paper and pencil, it had to be done by 5 p.m. So now we are pretty much leaving the portal open till midnight. After midnight, pretty much it's done with. So you need to make sure that if you're still undecided, you need to at least submit your application in draft form. Do not wait till after midnight because then you will not be able to be considered as to whether you can be in the programs or not, or test even. So the deadline is next Wednesday, the 25th at midnight. So make sure you have your application, even if you're still not decided, as draft form. So that way, in case you change your mind, since you submitted it in draft form, you can still adjust it accordingly. So this is the portal where you have to submit your application. So the first step is to essentially create an account, and this is what I was referring to, that sometimes Lee, I clicked on the link, but something happened. So let's see. It's not changing the screen. Lee? It's not changing the screen. So I'm going to the website so that you can actually see what it looks like. And when you go there, when you go to magnetapply.uisd.net, the first step is to create an account. And the account is created by making certain that your child uses the correct email address and, of course, their school ID. If they're not from the district, then there's also an option where they can use their last 5 digits of their social security number. So be careful, though, because there are 2 tabs. One of them is to create your account, and the other one is to log in. So once you register, then you're able to log in. Now, if it doesn't allow you to log in, that means that something happened with your email. You probably forgot the domain part, the @uisd.net maybe. If that's the case, then the program will not allow you to log in. So then all you do is email me and I'll fix it, and then we'll let you know that you're ready to go. So make sure you don't do that after the 25th, because remember the deadline is at midnight. So start doing it now if you have not done so. Then once everything works out, you pretty much click log in. You type in your username, which is your email, and then your password, whatever password you created. And then you start filling in the tabs. You have to fill in five tabs of information. So it's not just created the account and you're in. No, you have to still fill in the information. Also upload your 7th and 8th grade official report cards. You can get that from your 8th grade counselor. And then you have to upload permission to test, to take the assessment, okay? So going back to the presentation, there you go. There's only one application needed for any of these programs. You don't have to do one for each separate program. So with one is enough in terms of whether you want to go to United South, United, or Alexander Magnet programs, okay? So that way you won't lose track of the many programs that we have to offer, because we also have the early college programs that have their own registration site. So you do have to have a minimum GPA of 80.0, which means that your counselors look at your 7th and 8th grade report card, and they look at your core areas, your math, your science, your social studies, and your ELAR. And then they add up all the final averages, with the exception of 8th grade. It's only the first semester. And then if you have an 80 or above, then you're able to take the test, okay? So just check with your counselor to see if you have that 80. Now remember, I was telling you about the website that you can go to in case you want to check everything out. There it is. That's me right there. And then Ms. Lanese, who's back there, is right there. And you'll notice that on the right-hand side, if you keep scrolling, you'll eventually hit information. Now, the first 3 items that are listed there for magnet information are outdated, so we'll be removing them and putting the presentation for today there. So everything is there, the PowerPoint, the video, everything that you need in reference to the program, as well as the brochures. If you keep on scrolling down, you'll notice that you can also get the brochure in PDF form in case you didn't get a hard copy. But we do have plenty of brochures that they're going to be giving out in case you would like to have a copy of what's in the program. All right? So this is essentially the Advanced Academic website, and it also has a link to go to the Magnet portal in case you forget the address. It says Magnet portal, and then you just click on it, and it'll take you to what I was just showing you about the registration process. Okay? Remember that there'll be opportunity to ask questions as soon as we're done. Okay? So please be patient and consider what we have to show you. All right? So let's see. All right. So then, when you're filling out your application, make sure you rank your choices, because it's going to ask you if you're also applying for the early colleges, yes or no. And then after that, they're going to ask you to please rank your choice, because once we calculate your overall grade composite grade, we are going to be calling you based on your rank. So when we call you, we need to make sure you let us know which program you're interested in. Usually we go by what you have there in the application. So you can say you want to go to Alexander first. It's a pull-down menu. Then United second, maybe United South third, like in that choice. Or you can do the other way. United South first, United second, Alexander third. So you need to make sure you use those pull-down menus and select your choice, so that when we call, we'll know what it is that you're interested in. So make sure that they have the current phone numbers so that we can get a hold of you, and make sure you have the correct email address of your parents and yours so that we can send emails to let you know what's coming up. So we'll be sending out emails to let you know that the first test is coming up and what is it that you need in order to take that test and what time to show up and so on. So, an on-site online testing date and site must be selected also in the registration portal. So you need to let us know where you want to test. You want to test, there's 3 different dates in case something happens on one of those dates. So you need to select which date you want to take your test. The application also requires a signature from your parent or guardian, and it's a form you have to download, and then you have to sign it, and then you upload it again. Or you can do it electronically, that's also good. So we do need permission for your child to take the assessment, to take the test, the magnet test. So again, remember I told you about the 80%? Well, that's very critical because that's the only way you're going to be able to take the test. You need to have an 80 or better. All right, so we're talking about the 7th grade report card and the 8th grade report card of the fall term only. So every single student that qualifies will be taking the COGAT, and this is a very different exam from what your children are accustomed to. It is not an achievement test, it is a cognitive ability test. So do you study for it? Well, not really, but you do need to learn how to prepare for it. And the only way you can do that is by going to the site of the testing company that we get the assessment from. Or, the usual Google. You'll find some information in reference to how to prepare for that test if you're not familiar with it. So it has nothing to do with how much you've learned. It only has to do with how much you experience and know how to apply that information. So it's Cognitive Ability Test, COGAT, and we're using Form 7, Level 1314. So we do require a Chromebook or a laptop for your child to take the assessment. If you're a student with United ISD, you have a Chromebook. If you're from the private entity, you're not part of United ISD, you don't require one because we'll have the computer labs ready for you to set up to take that assessment there. So you won't have any problems logging into the internet. We do ask that you bring pencils and your own earphones, but if you don't have any, we will provide them, but you might not like them because they're not as good as the ones you have. So make sure you bring your own, okay? So the grading criteria is that we look at your GPA from middle school, 7th and 8th grade report card, that's 60%. So if everything's worth 100 points, then 60 of the 100 points are coming from your 7th and 8th grade report card. The other 40% comes from the COGAT score, and that means that the highest you can get is a 99 on it. So the other 40 points come from the COGAT assessment, all right? So we have to wait till we get the score so that we can get an idea how much to average in. Because remember, this is going to determine your overall rank, and the rank is pretty much what determines when you're going to get that phone call, okay? So if you want to know where to look for the assessment that we're using, you can go to this website. It's called Riverside Insights. And essentially, if you scroll down, you'll see COGAT, the word COGAT. So you click on it, and it'll give you all the information that you need related to the assessment. Remember, it won't give you sample questions because they're selling the test, okay? And they're also grading it. So if you want to do practice problems, then the best thing to do is use another avenue. Of course, we're not promoting anybody, but I do know that there's several preparation sites that you can go to, as well as here locally. So we're using COGAT Form 7, Level 1314. So when you Google, that's what you type in, COGAT Form 7, Level 1314. All right, so if you look at this particular slide, we're talking about the last 3 that are listed there. You'll notice that it says levels 9 through 17, 18. So the assessment approximately has, let's see, it tells you how much time and how many questions you will have there. So if you look at session 1, it's the verbal battery, and that's a series of 3 tests. And that has 10 questions for each test, and then it takes about 30 minutes total to take it unless you get extra time because of an accommodation. Session 2 is a quantitative battery, again, 3 subtests, and you'll notice what it is. And then session 3 is a nonverbal battery. So we ask your children to be here by 8:30 because once we get everybody in place, they also recommend that you get here by 8 because you don't want to wait till 8:30 because in case something happens. So make sure you're there by 8 so that by 8:30 they can start doing the assessment. So it takes about maybe by 12 noon your child should be ready to go. So if they come in at that time, by 12 noon they should be ready to go. Unless they require extra time, then it's going to take a little bit longer. So notice that it says 90 minutes. It's about an hour and a half, but it takes a little bit longer because we have to get your child used to the assessment on the computer as well. Okay? So these are some examples of the verbal battery. So check it out. This is what you're going to be exposed to, your children. So this is an example of verbal analogies. And then this is an example of verbal classification. So it's similar to something you've probably seen in terms of standardized testing, but not like your achievement test or STAR from what you're accustomed to. The quantitative battery has number analogies, number puzzles, or number series. And again, these types of questions, you are probably were exposed to them if you're a GT student, because in order to qualify for GT, you do have to take the COGAT. So if you're a GT student, you're very familiar with it unless you took it back when you were in 2nd grade, then you might not remember. Okay. Then we have the nonverbal battery, figure matrices, paper folding, and figure classifications. So that makes up the types of questions that your child is going to be exposed to on those days where they're going to take that test. Okay? Am I going too fast, Ms. Lanese? Okay, good. So, what are the procedures? Well, your parent signs the consent form, uploads it. Then the student must go to the feeder high school where they correspond, and that depends on where you live. So you're either going to take it at LBJ, at United South, at United High School, or Alexander, depending on where you live. Okay. So the first test date, all the campuses offer the test. That's February the 11th. So we have United High School, the 9th grade campus, not the main one. We have United South High School, the main one. We have LBJ, the 9th grade campus, and then we have Alexander, the main campus. All right, so those all 4 high schools offer the test. Now, if you can't make it, you got sick or something happened, then we have, of course, other dates. But we do take every precaution with your child in reference to safety. So we're talking about anything dealing with COVID-19 or anything related to exposure to any type of illness, okay? So if you would like to send your child with a mask, we're fine with that. Actually, we do encourage that. But just be assured that we sanitize as much as possible between sessions. So on February 25th would be your second opportunity, and it's only offered at Alexander, the North feeder schools, and United South High School, the South feeder schools. That includes LBJ for the South. Okay? And then if you can't make it on the 25th, then your only opportunity is United High School 9th grade on March the 4th. That's your last opportunity. After that, if you don't get to take the test, then you cannot be considered for ranking purposes. Okay? So remember that it is encouraged that you do the first test session in case something happens. You never know. We have no control of what happens. So we do encourage that you take your test on February the 11th so that you can get it over with. Remember that all students have to be there before that 8:30 because at 8:30 they want to start, getting everybody ready to start testing. Okay? Remember that we don't grade the test. The tests are graded electronically by Riverside Publishing Company, and I showed you the website. All right, so once we have the averages, we start ranking the students. So if we have 1,000 applicants, like last year, we rank them from 1 to 1,000. And then since each program can only handle about 100 students, then we start making phone calls. So we'll start calling you between April 12th through the 14th. Okay? So be expecting phone calls during that time, especially if your child does really well on the assessment and they have a really good average. So based on the rank, we pretty much let you know what program you're interested in. So the higher you rank, the more power your child will have to choose which program they want. So the higher the rank, the more power they'll have to choose the program that they want when they get that phone call, because they're one of the first that are going to get that phone call. You must return a letter by April 14th to let us know that which program you're interested, because remember, if you're applying for early college, they're also going to be calling you sometime in February to let you know that you were the lucky one that was picked during the lottery session. So if you make a decision with the early college, depending on which feeder pattern you want to go to, that also benefits your child because they can be in both the magnet and the early college programs. But I'm not going to get into the early college right now because it's mostly the magnet program that we're discussing. Okay? So please submit your letter to reserve your slot. So if you do accept, then we'll be sending you a letter through the mail, that's each program, that you have to return by May 1st because you have to go to a meeting in May so that they can tell you everything that you need to do and you'll be ready to go for the following school year when you're a freshman. All right, so I'm giving you an example of what we do when we rank them. So what you're looking at is a spreadsheet, and the first column is the child's GPA. That's what we count 60%. The second column is your COGAT exam, that is 40%, and then we combine them to get a composite grade. You'll notice that we rank them from the highest to the lowest. You'll notice that the rank for this particular example is 1 through 30. So we selected 30 students. So what we start doing is we start calling the one that's ranked number 1 first, and we ask them, which program would you like to go to? We state what they picked on their application, but if you change your mind, then you can do so at that point. So if you picked that you wanted to go to United, but then they call you and you said, no, I don't want to go there anymore, and you want to pick Alexander, then you can do that. But you have to do it when they call you, because remember that we're going to start making phone calls, and once each program fills up, there'll be no more space. All right? So we keep on calling. Last year we made 525 phone calls, and eventually, by the time we made those phone calls, certain programs were filling up. The one that usually fills up first is Alexander, after 300 and some odd phone calls. Then United fills up next, and then finally United South is the one that ends up filling up last. Okay. So again, if you look at this particular spreadsheet, you'll notice that the dark orange ones are the ones that selected United. The ones in baby blue is the ones that selected United South High School. But these are only the top 30. I mean, if you get to see the other list, well, then it's pretty different. So notice that I said we made over 525 phone calls because each program only requires about 100. But sometimes we make phone calls and the parent or the child tells us, no, we don't want to go, we're declining. Okay. So when they decline, then we have to go to the next slot to fill it up. All right. So no, there is no waiting list. We're pretty much going by this method, the ranking program method. Okay. So if you have any questions, this slide pretty much gives you the information for Ms. Alarcon, Mr. Gaona, Mr. Coroma, Ms. Ramirez. He's doing the translating. And of course, we have Ms. Moore. She was out there signing you in. Ms. Dora Lopez, who's now Dora Hall. And of course, if you want to get a hold of me, you know that you can always email me at mrosales@uisd.net. And I'll try to help you. If you email magnet@uisd.net, I still answer those emails, depending on what you need. So thank you again for listening. And I do want to remind you that part 2 is on February the 2nd at 6 p.m. here. And during that time, we'll be giving you information on the AP and pre-AP program. All right? So if you want to learn more about the AP, pre-AP program, then we'll see you on February the 2nd. If you want to learn more about the Early Start Pathway, because let's say your child didn't get into the early college program, then we'll have a meeting on February the 8th, and we'll give you more information on how you can get into the Early Start Pathway if you were not able to get into the early college program. Remember that the Early Start Pathway is only for 33 hours. The early college program is about 60 hours of college credit. So that's the difference, okay? All right, so then at this time, I'm going to go ahead and give the mic to Alexander High School, and they're going to give you some information related to their program. So we do have 4 students, and between those 4 students, they're going to try to give you information in a couple of minutes, so that way we can give an opportunity for the other programs, and then we can open it up to questions. Thank you.
Good afternoon, parents, students, and future Alexander alumni. I am Janiel Ayala. I am a student at John B. Alexander High School, and I'm so happy that when my parents and I were sitting in these exact seats around 4 years ago, we chose blue and gold. So, Alexander is the kind of school that teaches you 2 very important things. 1, that your choices define your future, and 2, that you should always look forward to tomorrow. On the first part, you should always look forward to tomorrow. Why? Because from Alexander, from the get-go, your freshman year, you look forward to being CPR certified. Your sophomore year, you look forward to learning how to dissect and how to take sutures. Your junior year, you learn how to be a dental assistant and you get certified as a dental assistant. And then lastly, your senior year, you get to go on medical rotations, which are basically daily field trips, which allow you to go to LMC and, shadow very professional individuals here in the city. And I am so glad that I was able to partake in all 4 of these different categories. Alexander is very good at giving you the opportunities and skills that you need to not only thrive in your careers, but also as just a regular student. I know that my junior year, I was given the opportunity to join the Hispanic Scholarship Fund, and with that, I was able to fly to UChicago for free with no pockets out of my money, no pockets out of my parents' money, and I was able to, enjoy a free experience at a very prestigious university and learn from very talented individuals. Not only that, but at Alexander itself, we give you life skills that are important in every facet of life. So being CPR certified can not only help you in your career as a healthcare professional, but also in your daily life. Say that you're in an emergency situation, you get to learn how to actually save lives, which is a very important tool because, you want to feel like you're able to take care of those that you love. Not only that, but also you get varied opportunities to enjoy the city. I was able to participate in the Laredo Youth Council, which means that I am part of a council that works for the city, and I was able to go to the Laredo Medical Center here in Laredo and, not only learn how to, take charge of the different pharmaceuticals that we own and we have here in the city, but also, take care of patients and work with patients, which was very, very cool because I get to learn from a variety of people and, work with the city, learn from the people here. And being a healthcare professional is all about working with the people. It's about loving the people, getting to know the city, and being part of the community. And Alexander is the school that does that the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Maria. And one thing that I can tell you is that it may not seem like it, but Alexander will give you a lot of opportunities. If you and your child know that something in the medical field is something that you want to do, that a career in the medical field is something that you want to pursue, the Alexander Magnet program is for you. I know that when I was in your seats 4 years ago, I didn't know. If you had told me 4 years ago that I was going to get as many opportunities as I did now, I wouldn't have believed you. I got the chance to go to Baylor College of Medicine last summer, so my junior year, and spend a week there talking to surgeons and med students about all their experiences within them pursuing their medical career. I got to learn how to suture. I got to learn how to intubate patients, how to listen for changes in the human body. I got to do a lot of hands-on dissections on brains and hearts and stuff like that. I also got the chance to go to a cadaver lab this past at the end of the year, and I got to go and watch as they taught us about the human body with obviously a human cadaver. But it's a really cool experience because you do get to see all the things that your human body has, the things that keep you alive. I got to hold, say, the brain, the lungs, stuff like that, things that you only imagine that you could do. I also have finished my rotation, so I am CCMA certified, and I can tell you that the experiences that Yanni was talking about at the hospital, they're all very, very interesting experiences. You get to learn so much about what it is to take care of patients and what it is that you need to take care of your health. You do learn a lot about patient care, and if going into the medical field is something that you want to do, all of these hands-on experiences are going to be very beneficial in your future. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Ms. Lanese, is that slow enough for you? Yes? Okay, all right. So don't forget, we need to slow it down. All right, United High School.
Hello, my name is Abigail Galindo, and I'm a sophomore for the United Engineering Magnet. And I believe some of my favorite projects that we've done is like using coding with robots, coding on the computer as well to make it's really, really amazing. You get to do laser machines, so you get to design different things and problem solving. The teachers that we have are very qualified. We have mechanical engineers, industrial engineers, computer science engineers, and so they are teaching us what they know, and they're very qualified, so they know what they're talking about. The Engineering Magnet, it's like a community. We have our own hallway, and you get to collaborate with different people. In our school, the magnet students are combined in the advanced courses, so you get to stick with your magnet like your classes throughout the entire semesters, and every year you go along with them, so you build these connections together and collaborate to do different problem solvings, and it truly is a family. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Alan Castro Ramirez, and I am a senior in the Engineering and Technology Magnet at United High School. And I just encourage you guys to try this magnet out because I remember sitting where you guys were sitting in freshman year, and I was not really sure what I wanted to do. And I just gave it a try, and I fell in love with designing. And through the experiences in magnet, like designing my own room and designing houses and products, I fell in love with designing, and now I want to pursue architecture. So I just encourage you guys to try this magnet out.
Hi, my name is Michael Rodriguez, and I'm a senior at the Magnet program. One of my favorite things about the Magnet program is being united with your alumni and fellow students. For example, over the 4 years, we've been with all our students, all 4 years of high school. And in our last year, one of our teachers recently retired, so we decided to make a cutting board with all our names on it from everyone in our class. And I thought it was really nice because we using the tools that we learned in all 4 years of our classes, we used a giant laser machine to cut the cutting board with all our names on it, and I thought it was really nice to feel very united with our teachers and connected because our teachers care about this and we care about the teachers, and I thought it was really nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, so once again, my name is Viviana Martinez. So I chose United because I really enjoyed math, but I still didn't really know what I wanted to do. But what ended up happening is that I did fall in love with engineering, and because we were able to do projects that I didn't even know were possible, such as creating a camera from a cardboard box that actually takes pictures, and of course, creating robots and such. And more than anything, it's a really supportive community. So if you were to say that I want to work at NASA, no one's going to tell you, oh, that's not likely to happen. Instead, everyone is really supportive, and they're like, yeah, you can do that. And that was something that I really needed throughout these past 4 years. And so because of all that support and all the experience I've gotten at United, now I know what I want to be, which is an architect. And being an architect, going into architecture actually has a lot of opportunities that not many know, such as if you, even just studying at college, a lot of those programs actually require architect students to study a year in Italy. And that's not something that I would have known if I hadn't gone to United. And because of that, if I were to choose again, I would definitely choose United. Thank you.
Thank you. United South?
Good evening, parents. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to come here. As you may have recognized me, I'm from the video. Let me reintroduce myself. I'm Mario Lanusa. I'm a senior at the Academy of Global Business and Advanced Technology here at United South. I chose the technology route, one, because technology is our future. Two, technology is a high demand and high paying job currently. But that's not all. That's not the whole reason I chose it. I chose United South because the culture here, during my 4 years, has been amazing. The teachers are very supportive. Mr. Anguiano, I want to thank him for dealing with all the schedule changes. Overall, United South has been very amazing. The culture, the teachers, the classes are pretty good. They teach you real world situations and help you and prepare you for the real world. Thank you.
Hey, my name is Mercedes. I am in the business program here at South, which was a really easy choice for me because I have always loved business. But if your children are ever unsure, there is a class within the freshman year where students will be able to explore both technology and business so that they can solidify their choice at the end of their freshman year for what they want to do for the next 4 years. In the business program, we've been able to take several trips, and for business, there are two things overall that I think are very important for success. One of them is networking. At these trips, at these conferences, students have the opportunity to network with people in the community and the ability to build that networking if need be. I've had friends who have obtained internships because of the trips we've had the opportunity to take. The second thing is passion for what you're doing. That is very vital to success. Make sure that students that you're choosing, whatever path you choose, whatever route you choose, because you want to do it, because it's your interest, because at the end of the day, it is your success. And lastly, to emphasize what Mario was saying, the teachers, the staff are absolutely incredible, honestly. It is a really great environment overall. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Ian Olmedo. Let me just give you a quick rundown on what the Academy has been to me. Since middle school, I knew I wanted to be something in logistics. I wanted to be an owner of multiple trailers. I wanted to make money. I wanted to make money fast, and hopefully throughout time to create generational wealth. Well, the Academy has given me that great option from freshman year when we get to decide, and we've played with robots and we learned some business aspects. Then you go into sophomore year. We start learning accounting. You start learning how taxes work. You start learning what you need to pay and why, what happens if you don't end up paying them. It's pretty bad. Then we go into our junior year. We start doing a securities and investments class. We start to invest. We go onto a website, gives us fake money, and we get to invest. We are stockholders, stock shares, everything. We learn how to invest from day one for the rest of the semester, and they even rank us from 1 to, I believe it was 1,000 people that were in that same game. Our senior year, it's a little more in depth, just yesterday and today we went to a fun trip where it was the Southern Borders Committees. It's a bunch of trade brokers and everyone that's there that gets Laredo running. We always see trailers. If you put the trailers back to back, they'll reach from Laredo all the way to San Antonio. And we got to talk to all those important people. Networking is the most important thing in the business aspect, and we've definitely done a lot of it. One quick tip I'd give everyone out there for every school, if you can, take advantage of the counselors. They're only there to help you. Your teachers, they're amazing. You show them some effort, they're gonna love you, they're gonna adore you. There's some teachers that I talk to even out of school whenever I need assistance for an internship. And lastly, they don't call United South the pride of the South for no reason. The amount of pride in our school is endless. You go into the school, everyone's dressed in blue, everyone's dressed in silver and black. You go to a football game, super loud, basketball games, loud, pep rallies, super fun. We are the pride of the South, we are the Panthers. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sophia. I'm currently a junior at United South. And when I chose United South, I was looking for a change in my life. I went to Trotman Middle School, and when I chose South, I only knew one other person going, which was a very big change for me. I was used to being with the same people since elementary. So when I went, I was a little scared that I wasn't going to be able to meet new people, but the teachers and staff were very welcoming, and through the program, I met so many amazing people that I have worked with for the past 3 years. And the program did teach me a lot. My sophomore year, I took business law, and I realized that A, I was really good at law, and B, I love reading about cases, which made me realize that I actually maybe should go into law. And I also don't let the distance be a barrier. There is transportation provided in the mornings and in the evenings, and if your child is in extracurriculars like myself, I'm in UIO, I'm the current UIO president at United South, so don't let the distance be an issue. There's transportation after school. If your child is in a sport or in an extracurricular, there is transportation at 6 p.m., sometimes even 7 p.m., because practices will end late, especially for band. We have our drum major here who knows about all the late practices in the early mornings. Just, if you want to try something new, and if you don't know what you want to study in the future, I recommend you going to United South for Magnet because you learn about so many different careers internationally. You will end up finding the career that you like for yourself, or you might even end up meeting so many new people that will teach you a lot about yourself and about your future. Thank you.
Hello, so I will be brief. I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Samantha Gutierrez, and I'm the proud president for the Academy of Global Business and Advanced Technology. I just want to leave you with this. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. Thank you.
Thank you. Just to emphasize that United South High School has 2 pathways. So your child has to decide as a freshman which pathway they want to take. So that's why it says Global Business and Advanced Technology. So it's 2 pathways, so it takes quite a bit of explaining. All right, so at this time, we're going to entertain some questions, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 questions. So if you would like to ask a question, just come up to the mic, address it to the group, and they'll be able to help you with the answer. If not, then we can call it a night. And we thank you so much for the time you gave up to hear every single program. But here's the question. All right. I think you just turn it on. Yeah, there you go.
Hello. I was told that United South had a program called Blicia. What is that? No? Oh, LBJ. And what would that be? Because I know that that does for health science too.
That's early college.
Early college.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that would be at LBJ, and any student from the district can apply for
Oh,
the
okay.
lottery, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You can use the back microphone. Oh, it's not working? No.
I have a question for United High School concerning your certifications, and if you can give me a little bit more explanation on to what each entails.
Excuse me, the certifications that we have is AutoCAD. You know, they usually
do it in 10th grade, that it's related to engineering. Then in 11th grade, they do inventor. It's another, certification that they get, and it's, usually engineers and architects, they get to use, those two certifications. Besides that, most of the schools, they do have the MOS, it's the Microsoft, and they do it in 9th grade, but that is through the BIM program. We do touch a little bit on OSHA, for safety. And the last one, that we used to have it with a retired teacher was Fusion. But we're looking into different, like in anything, software and technology, advances from day to day. And we look into anything that is going to be useful for the students, and that's what we're giving them. Yes.
All right.
Any?
Thank you.
Do you have any other?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Well, again, I thank you for showing up this evening, and I am your Advanced Academics Director. If you have any questions, just email us, let us know. If you don't ask it now, we have somebody else. Okay.
Hi. If I join the magnet program, can I also join an early college from that school?
And the answer is yes.
And how would I be able to do that exactly?
You will need to have 2 applications, one for the magnet and one for that early college at the school that you belong to. That's the only thing. Let's just say what high school would you go if you didn't have any of these programs?
LBJ.
LBJ. So that means that the only thing is for LBJ, we only have either the Blicia or we have the regular early college. There's no magnet school. So if you were to choose the Blicia or the early college, you will need to stay over there. And yes, you will not be able to participate in any of the magnet schools because the program is over there at LBJ.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
But
Good question.
You can do Magnet, United, and Early Start Pathway at United to also get college credit.
Okay.
Yes, right now we have 2 students that they have the magnet program and they are taking college courses. It's not as many as an early college, but a good.
Yeah, and they can make up the rest during the summer.
During the summer.
Or online. It just depends on whether they have extracurricular activities they participate in. If they're busy, they might have some time in the summer to take those extra courses.
Okay, thank you.
You have an answer? Oh, yeah. He has some input over there.
For the same person. Yeah, Maria, I believe. I'm the field commander for the Panther Band, but our other senior drum major, she's in the magnet program and she's in the dual enrollment, so she's getting college credits alongside while she's finishing up her magnet. And she's in band, and it takes up a lot of time. She does UIO with me. And so with South, as long as you can manage your time properly, and we'll show you how, you can do about everything you want.
Okay, thank you.
A buffet of choices. Oh, one more question.
I have a question for Alexander. Do you guys get to go because my child was asking me, do you guys get to go inside the operating rooms and stuff like that to just see, or do you guys help, or what do you guys do there?
There are some areas of the hospital, for instance, during rotations that are restricted, but I know that when I went to the Baylor College of Medicine summer program, they had told us that there was a chance that we could go into an operating room. Because of COVID guidelines, we couldn't, but in other past years they had.
Oh, okay. And do you guys do clinicals too, in there? Do you guys, from school, they take you over there, or?
Yes. So your senior year, basically what happens is you take the class and it's 2 periods long. It's either first and second or fourth and fifth. And you do get to go to different clinics and parts of the hospital where you can shadow the doctors and basically observe what it is that they're doing. So I know I did get to go to, like, for instance, the oncology department at LCC, and I got to see some patients and get a little bit of understanding of what it's like to be in an oncology department.
Okay. And to start, like, from the freshman year to senior year, do they get to do all that stuff, or only the senior year, or only like junior and senior, and then from freshman to sophomore only study?
So senior year is a year where you go rotations, where you actually go to the clinics. Before that, it's mostly focused on different subjects. Such freshman year, we would focus on the law and ethics, principles of health. And then sophomore year, you do the sutures. It's more in class. It isn't, and then anatomy and physiology. Junior year, it's the dental, where you get dental certification, but you don't actually get to go until senior year. Senior year is a year where you visit all the clinics.
Like all the total, everything totally together?
Yes.
Okay, that was my question. And one more thing, can you be like any other curriculars, activities apart from Alexander, like band or, stuff like that?
100%. Not to brag, but I am the current president of the UIL, as one of the United South students had mentioned. I'm also in, not only do I compete in many UIL programs, but I'm in extracurriculars such as the Laredo Youth Council, I'm an HSF scholar, and all of these things, I don't mean them to brag, but it's because Magnet gives you the tools to, I know my counselor always is contacting me, providing me with the opportunities to join these extracurriculars, and also, because of the fact that these are in-class courses, they don't interfere with like outside of the school programs, right? So I'm able to go to theater and rehearsals without it having to interfere with my rotations, since I only take them first and second. So throughout your school, throughout your years, you won't have that kind of interference.
Okay, do you need any kind of like any community hours or something like that to complete the whole package?
Yes, you need 200 community hours. And again, your counselor, work with your counselor, because they will be providing different forms for you to obtain those hours, such as donations. I'm also part of the National Honor Society, many of us are, and they also provide you with a lot of opportunities to not only donate, but go in person and do different kinds of activities. We went to HEB and provided for an HEB sponsored to the arena, and we're able to get food to the people that needed it. And they give you different opportunities, so you will be able to, throughout your 4 years, complete those hours.
Okay, that sounds good. That was all the questions. It's probably a lot of questions.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So just want to point out to you that your child may be up here in a couple of years. So if they decide to join the programs, you'll see how much information they're able to give you. Yes, sir.
Hi, sorry, this might be a repeat question, but I'm not sure if I quite understood. So if they're in the magnet program and they also want to sign up for the early college, be it whichever school they get selected for or go to the magnet program, so then the early college, they have to go to their designated school, whether it's whichever one they're assigned to, according to district? Or?
Correct, yes.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
if they decide, since we have new early colleges, one at Alexander and one at United High School, they also have an early college. If you decide to go, let's say, to Magnet at United, they need to belong to the United feeder pattern in order for them to be able to be, like to apply for the early college and be part of both. But, let's just say the early college is by lottery. Let's just say that your child that doesn't get picked for the early college. Every single high school offers the early pathway.
Yes.
Early start pathway. And the students are able to take classes. For example,
I took my last engineering class last semester, but I was also taking a college English course, which is also my last one. And currently I'm taking a college government class. So each year you're always going to be taking a college course, but it also correlates with the magnet too. You have time for each one of them.
That's for the early pathway, right? Is
Yes.
that the one you meant? Okay.
Correct, yes.
But if it's for the early college, if you're going to United for magnet, but you belong to JB, then the early college has to be through JB, And that's something you can't do ideally? No,
No,
so
they
it's
have
either
to be,
one or the
they
other.
have to live within the boundaries unless,
Okay.
you have an excuse from the admissions office where maybe you're not following the feeder pattern because of whatever reason.
Okay.
Then that wherever you're at middle school, whatever high school you pertain to, you can only apply to the early college there.
At there,
Yeah.
okay. And, but magnet, of course, is any particular.
Any magnet
or
program.
Whichever one you
yes,
get
correct.
selected.
And like I said, the Early Start Pathway program, you can also take the summer courses in the summer. So essentially, you end up to close to 60 hours by the time you're a senior if you decide you want to go that route. We do have an LBJ student, and he's posted on our website, who was not in the early college. He was not lucky to be in the early college program, but he was able to get over 60 hours. So he did graduate with an associate's degree from the Early Start Pathway program.
And one other question, actually, when you say also on the ranking, so when they get to pick, they don't necessarily, if they specifically want to go to one particular school, depending on the ranking, if there's no more space in that school, I guess they get the option to try to pick somewhere else?
Yes, if a program closes up, they still get a phone call. Remember, last year we made 525 phone calls. So if we get 1,000 students, only half of the students will get a phone call. And based on that phone call, we'll let you know which programs are available.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you all very much for your time.
Thank you.
Just like to add that the only school that offers an early college and magnet is United South. What's offered in United and Alexander is the dual credit, which is the college hours, not an associate's degree, but it does offer 60 hours, and AP classes, which also, if you pass the exam at the end of the year, you get college hours.
Hi, my question was more about the endorsements. Let's say if my son, he chooses one of the magnet schools, right? But he's also interested in other areas. I know one of the high school counselors are going to go to their middle school so they can choose the endorsement that they're going to be following, right? So if he applies to one of the magnet schools, but he's also interested in a different endorsement, for example, the public service or the humanities, are they able to do that? Or just because, let's say, they selected engineering, they're in the STEM endorsement?
No, ma'am, we do have students that they follow, like we also have like a medical endorsement too, so they follow that one, or they follow the law enforcement, endorsement, which is public service, and they can do that one too, culinary arts, so they're able to do
different endorsement
different endorsements
than the magnet. Okay, and how do those fall into place in their degree program? Are they like part of like an elective, or is there a section for the endorsements that is separate than their high school curriculum?
It's electives.
Is they're a part of the electives? Okay, thank you.
When they're in 8th grade, they take a class and they explain to them the endorsement. So they are able to probably change their mind by the time they're sophomores. They can change their mind. But I know for a fact that there's some students that get up to 2 or 3 endorsements.
Yes, I've seen multiple endorsements. I
It's
just
like
wanted
in the repertoire that you have for your freshmen, you get one semester where you get to choose which class you want. So you can, let's say you want to follow a certain endorsement, that's when you can like place that class into that section because you get to choose that one. In sophomore, you get to choose 2 elective classes, and then junior you get 5. Like with your years, you get to choose different classes that you want if you want to follow an endorsement.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
If you go to a certain magnet school and you want to do, let's say you go to United, but you want to take some health classes, they do have a few, not as many, but let's say you can go to United and take a Principles of Health Science. Or you can come to Alexander and you can take the AP Computer Science. You can take engineering, robotics. It's not limited, but it is going to be more.
You have the
opportunity to see what it's like.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Also, some electives are based on extracurriculars. So, for example, I take theater productions, and I've taken theater productions since my freshman year all the way to my senior years because it is something that I like to do. It is an extracurricular and an elective, but it also falls, the teacher is certified in pre-AP, and so the course itself is rigorous. It does involve theater history and things of that sort. So if your child is interested in a course like that is artistic in nature, there are definitely programs that are available at each of the different high schools.
Go ahead.
Hello, the question is for the United Magnet, and I just want to know if United Magnet offers the students any real world experience, like life, hands-on experiences? Like where do they go? Where do you guys take them to get to see?
We do not take them out, like by a specific class, but they do a lot of projects. We do bring some, like different engineers that they have worked, through different classes. For example, right now they're working on a project to make like a big Longhorn, outside by the front of the school. And one of our teachers, she's asking, like a company, like of engineers to come and talk to the students and guide them, towards that goal. We do have, a couple of people that sometimes they just have some students, that they're being asked to do internships. But due to COVID and all that, it got closed. So, we're in the process of still, like going back into that. We do have a lot of the machinery and the tools, they're at school and they're able to produce, products, because our own teachers, they have those degrees. They're engineers themselves. So, they experience that, with them. Okay.
Thank you.
You wanna?
Are they not amazing?
Can I add on to it? For example, our last semester, our senior course, the entire senior course is based off doing a magnet project where you have to use the engineering process and development skills that most engineers use to actually build something. We design it, we draw everything, we model it on the TV and then on the computer, and we actually build it. And we use machines, like drilling machines, laser machines, obviously using the safety precautions that our teachers taught us to build the machines that we want to use. So yeah. Thank you.
Again, thank you for your time. They'll still be here if you have more questions, but a round of applause for these amazing individuals that are able to share their experiences. And I thank you, all the programs that showed up today, and thank you for all the time that you have devoted. I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great evening. Be careful on the road. And hope to see you soon. February the 2nd, don't forget.